Hi everybody, it's Christina and thank you for joining me. So far we've made two different variations of trellis card. This is one that's crossed at the front and opens up, and this is one that looks like a panel and opens up. So today we're going to do another 5x7, but we're going to do another variation of the trellis card. So for this I have a top folded note card which is 5x7. I have another layer that will sit on the front, and this one is going to be turned into a frame. So I've got 3 layered dies here. I'm taking the largest and the smallest, and they're going to be laid on that card. Now this is the middle one that sits in between those, and for this I'm going to put this on the front of this card. So that will just cut out that piece there, and then of course the frame will sit on the top. Now with the smallest die and another 5x7 piece, you're going to cut the centre out of that. So that's the 2 dies together there, the largest and the smallest to create your frame, and then the smallest and a 5x7 piece of spare card to do the inside. You will need to cut yourself some strips, and you will need to make sure that they go from corner to corner. So you need a card that is at least that wide. And then what you will do is, and I'm going to use my scoreboard for this. Now there is the line that cuts the card. So I'm going to use the first score mark after it, this line here. So I'm going to line my card up along there, make sure it's level, and then I'm just going to cut that piece off. And that will give me a strip then that is this wide. And I've done that several times so that I have all these strips. So now we have our base card, and this piece will fit inside. Then we have our strips, and then we have our frame that will go on the top. So let's work on this piece now. So keep these frames on one side and open the card up. And you're going to work on the inside of the card first. So you're going to take all your strips and you're going to glue them as neatly as you can. Now I don't use measurements, I just do things by eye. So by eye I'm just going to carefully space all these strips out. And I'm going to go top to bottom across the card, and once they're all glued in place and dry, I'm going to trim those off. So once you have all these stuck in place, you're going to pick it up and you're going to trim those off. So angle your scissors just underneath and trim all those off along the side. So once you have all these strips glued in place, if you take the largest of the frames, there's your smallest, there's your largest, take the largest of the frames and fit that inside, and that will cover all the workings that are there on the inside of that card. Then once that's glued in place, you can take the smallest one and you can add that with some tape, and you can fit that to the front of your card, and that will just leave a small border around all the edges. So once you have this basic design done, and that's the frame round the front, the inside is lined, you can then decorate this with whatever you want. You can add flowers, you can add leaves, ephemera, whatever you wish. But I found this little display that's already made, and I'm going to add this to my card. Now I'll need to be careful when I'm adding this that I don't put glue on this and stick this to the back of the card. It only needs to be stuck to the front. So there's my panel stuck in place. I have a little thank you that I'm going to add at the bottom along there. And again, I'm just going to make sure that that doesn't stick the card together. So we'll just pop that in there. And that's now ready to send. Quick and easy, and a very effective trellis work for your cards. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one, and why not subscribe to my channel click the notification bell and you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.